So, hi, James Howell here, and I've had a lot of questions and conversations since we had our general conference in St. Louis about what's going on, what are we doing, and so on. So I made some notes about a few things that I just wanted to be sure everybody knows that I'm saying individually to people. But I want to say it to all of you if I could. Our leaders are continuing to meet and to confer and monitor things. There's no big turning point decision to make this week. Conversations are going on at the denominational level about what to do next. I think it became clear in St. Louis that it's time for some kind of separation, some kind of amicable divorce. It's hard to stay together as is now. And I want to say a little bit about why. Some of you know that at the conference, what's called the traditional plan passed. I want to clarify what that is, because I know a lot of our members have traditional views. And when I talk to them, I say that these aren't your conservatives. These aren't the people that you know and love and work with and so on. This is a different kind of thing. So this traditional plan, its goal clearly is to stamp out homosexuality from the church, and to stamp out those who even are sympathetic to it. This plan, they wish to be rid of centrists, of moderates, certainly of progressives, even thoughtful conservatives. It's really interesting. And it's a sad thing. There's a real meanness to this. The severe penalties that are imposed on anybody who thinks at all sympathetically, doesn't act severely toward the LGBTQ community. It occurs to me that under this plan that none of our pastors who serve our church could be ordained, because they ask really hard questions about, will you accept gays in your church and so on. And if you answer yes to this, then you can't even be ordained. So none of us would qualify for the ministry any longer. This is we're going to be rid of homosexuality and anybody who is at all sympathetic to it. So I'm opposed to that, and I think we all are. There's some real problems that are coming out of this. We have seminaries where we train our clergy, and most of them are associated with universities. Those universities, so Southern Methodist University, Emory University, Duke University, are in process right now to sever ties with our denomination if this mean-spirited traditional plan holds. The reason's obvious, right? It's like non-discriminatory practices in universities and so on. So the institution as we know it is changing dramatically. We think it's time for a split where we could hang on to a church that could still be partnered with universities and seminaries and could be accepting of all people, which we want to do. A lot of people have asked me about this constitutionality question, and we've heard that the Judicial Council is weighing the constitutionality of what passed in St. Louis. Some people said they think this is like a liberal ruse to undo conservatism. This is incorrect. Our Judicial Council is a little bit like the United States Supreme Court right now. It leans very far to the right. Even that group has regarded much of what was passed as unconstitutional. The reason is it's in the Constitution of Methodism to be open, to be welcoming, to be a big tent church. This kind of exclusionary, it's not in the nature of Methodism. So it's not a surprise that even conservatives are finding that to be unconstitutional. John Wesley's first rule of life for Christians was to do no harm. I think that conference did a lot of harm. A lot of people were hurt by that. I just want to say that we as a church, we're not going to harm people. We stand with people that other people may not want to be around. I've talked to parents who were concerned about raising their children. What kind of environment are our children being raised in? This is a church where children will learn that all people are created in God's image, that all people are welcome. We affirm, we bless all of God's children in this place. We will always do that. We will never do anything else. My 3 children grew up in this denomination, but they're fully accepting people, which is not surprising now that they're grown. So, folks, stay tuned. I still believe that we've been through a tough time here, but I think a beautiful new church is about to blossom and bloom that everyone can be proud of and feel good about. I appreciate you hanging in there with us. We have a wonderful church family here. We're doing so much good for the kingdom of God. It's my privilege, believe me, to serve as your pastor. Thank you.